What's good? What's good, y'all? This be your Mr. Showtime. Pretty boy bless. We back at it with another goddamn video. Man. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day, a wonderful weekend. I will be checking this video out tomorrow, Monday. But yeah, we got to react to a female cop gets caught seducing inmates. That's crazy. You don't fucking do that. But I'm gonna be dropping a whole bunch of videos this week. Shit, I thought I'd be off this weekend. Wednesday. But my schedule got changed. So I'm gonna be a tired dog this week. So I'm about to get a whole bunch of videos in. Because I'm not off till Saturday, Sunday. And then work Friday from 6 to 11. A few hours. But hey, it is what it is. But yeah. I thought I was gonna be off Wednesday. So let's begin.
O'Banion, a prison officer being accused of sleeping with an inmate.
You felt me, I was like sucking through my clothes.
After hearing rumors from other officers that had seen her and Jason Parker together, an investigation was opened up. Charlene thinks she flew under the radar and got away, but what she doesn't know is that the detectives have all the evidence they need, and they're about to expose and embarrass her in the most brutal way possible.
You got a lot of that head game. Oh,
Head game on point.
Right from the start, Charlene plays innocent and pretends she doesn't know anything about the allegations.
We're notified of
She
a
will
possible
lie about the
improper relationship
allegations.
between you and
That's
Jacob.
crazy. I hate a person that fucking lies, yo. I hate a person that lies. Like, tell the truth, bro.
Pardon.
Tell the fucking
So
truth.
we're here for that. I just kind of want to talk to you
That's all
about
you
it,
gotta
get
do
your
is
side
tell
of
the
that story.
I don't know anything about it.
Okay. Have you talked to him on any jail phone calls or anything like that?
No.
Not at all.
Charlene is sure that this will work, but the detectives have much more evidence than they're letting on.
Do you know what happens inside your body when you eat fast food? New research suggests that most people have up to 8 undigested meals.
And where would you think that this allegation would come from if there's nothing to it?
Well, I had a feeling this was coming. So there was an inmate named Coker, Justin Coker.
Okay.
He got out of here for, I don't know, what period of time. And he tried to contact me on Facebook. He sent me a message and I blocked him on Facebook. And
Rock lie,
I guess
bro.
one time
We all know that
Parker was going back to Equat to use the bathroom, and he was talking like at the window with me.
Mhm.
And I guess Coker like didn't like that, which I had no contact with him or anything. And Parker had told me that he had gone up to him and was like, "Don't talk to her" or something crazy like that.
So, I'm just not trying to be rude here. I'm just,
Yeah.
why would you expect this conversation to come up from that? Like now, if that happened a few months ago.
Charlene claims that the only time she's had contact with Jason was a single time outside the jail bathroom, and it was a jealous inmate that started the rumor. But the detective is about to share some evidence that instantly proves that Charlene is hiding something.
I don't know exactly how it started, like who it started from. But I
Then you
was
got
told
evidence.
that it was brought to somebody's attention, and then we looked at jail calls, and there was jail calls between you and Parker, and all that stuff's recorded. So I don't think you're being completely truthful. I kind of know that you're not, and I'm not trying to be rude when I say that.
Yeah, no.
I'm just kind of trying to lay it out on the table for you. So can you kind of tell me what's going on here?
I guess a few years ago, we talked, and then I ended up here, and then he ended up here. I didn't know he was here. I didn't it wasn't anything like that. And
Apparently, Charlene and Jason knew each other before prison and messed around before they both ended up here.
Damn. So y'all was messing around before she got the job, and then you started working. He's locked up. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Let's then joking around with each other here, but nothing else. Or at least, that's what she claims. In reality, the cops have recorded phone calls from inside the prison that tell a completely different story.
So what about some of these phone conversations?
No, not here or the phone.
No, I just mean conversations you are having on the phone
No.
since he's been in here.
Like sexual?
Well, I'm not saying having phone sex, talking about sexual acts. From what I'm listening to on the calls, I take it as that you've given him oral sex at some point, is what
No.
I gather from these calls.
No, that was like in the world. We never dated. We just.
Okay. What kind of conversations have you had with him since you
Don't
started
lie,
working
bro.
here? He's been in the jail.
Just talking about what would happen after he got out.
And then the jail call recordings, have you been talking to him like while you're at home? Like he calls you from the jail while you're at home, or? Okay.
Just 15 minutes into this interrogation, Charlene's original story is seeming less and less like the truth. She's been caught in multiple lies, admitted to having sexual relations with Jason in the past, and calling him regularly from her own home. This is highly irregular behavior for a prison officer, and it doesn't take a genius to realize something deeper may be going on. But the detective has some more questions pertaining to some more physical evidence.
That's what you don't do.
Listen to this, but apparently there may be some talk in the calls about like photographs. Have you given him any photographs?
I gave him a photograph of his mom, which she had asked for, and his dog, Jax.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you given him any photographs of you?
No, because.
So one of the things we're going to be doing is like looking at cameras and stuff too. Has there been any times where y'all were alone? Or you go out camera view or anything like that? Anything that's going to look suspicious that way?
I don't think so.
It's important to remember that Charlene has worked at this prison for a while now, and as such will know all the ins and outs of everything such as security camera blind spots and patrol officer schedules. You'd think that with all this knowledge...
Down, it's in the yard. No little wanna be gangster trying to play hard. Down, it's in the yard. No little wanna be gangster trying to play hard.
This game, you're not ready for it. Knowledge, it'd be easy to hide a relationship with an inmate, but it seems that she forgot about a few vital pieces of information. Not least the facts that all phone calls placed from the prison are recorded. But thanks to the detectives, she's about to be reminded of this fact in a devastating way.
Baby, guess what?
What, babe?
I just won a blackjack game.
Yay.
I just won $30.
I got a lot of stuff to clean and get rid of before you come home. I'm just fucking with you. I was trying to make you think I have all these secrets and...
Yeah, I bet you do.
What?
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 I don't know, you probably got this weird sex swing hanging from the ceiling. Kim probably thinks it's a swing set.
Oh, if I had that sex swing, you better believe I dig that sucker up for you.
Would you really?
Yeah. That's
You
crazy.
let me put you in it?
Yeah.
With a gag bar and everything?
Yeah, babe.
Listening to your own voice can be bad enough for some people, but listening to your own sexual phone calls in silence with two detectives in the room as you realize you've just been caught red-handed has got to be worse than any prison sentence there is. However, with the language they've used so far, there's no evidence that the pair have actually engaged in any sexual acts. But that changes quickly as Jason begins to directly incriminate Charlene on the call.
I just want you to look at me sometimes and be like, damn, my woman's fine.
Fine as wine.
Mm-hmm.
And you got a live ass fucking head game. Oh, man.
It wasn't my best moment. I was just trying to get it done.
You get that?
Don't you get me thinking about that because it makes me so horny.
like just going back and thinking about.
That's funny. When you fucked up and denied every
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
thing.
You felt me, I was
Come
like
on now.
sucking through my clothes. Get very horny very easy. I always want to have sex. Like that's not even.
Not good.
I mean, it's not like I just like look at someone. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so fucking horny. No, like of course, like I only get horny for you.
You kind of see how that sounds from like my point of view, like a more recent thing than 3 years ago. No.
The audacity she has to say no after hearing that phone call is truly remarkable.
Then she
But
fucking
to her credit,
smirks.
she's not going down easily. The detectives try asking her if she thinks Jason would cover for her, and she still doesn't break, sticking to her story that everything that happened outside of prison. Technically, this story could still be true with this phone call, but it definitely is odd for the couple to be recounting events from over 3 years ago in such detail, especially when earlier she struggled to remember any details about their relationship.
You talk about how profound this was, like this giving him this blowjob was, but you like don't remember anything about it. It's like telling me something, but you're having trouble coming up with details about it. You know what I mean? Like if it's that
I
profound.
mean, I gave him a blowjob. How do you describe blowjob? I mean, is that
Well,
what
I
you
don't
want me
want to
to
know
do?
like about the blowjob and just
Yeah.
so if this is
You
a
just said
factual thing that happened 3 years ago, I feel like you kind of remember some stuff about it.
Yeah, I mean, like we said in the car, you know.
Like when I asked you who was there, him of course, like when y'all met or whatever, and then when I asked like who else, you said it was like a bunch of friends.
Yeah.
But like you can remember one
I mean,
chick's
that was
name
my
after
friend
you think
Chris.
about it for 30 seconds. So
Yeah, I
that's
know.
not making sense to me.
You seem to have blanks in your memory when we get to certain details, but you remember being groped in a blowjob from 3 years ago. Find that hard to believe. Okay? This is your one chance to be honest with us.
Yeah.
Once we get up and walk out and we're done, we're done. Have y'all had any inappropriate contact, whether it's groping, blowjobs, vaginal, anal sex, anything, hand jobs? Yes, I am being vulgar to get a point across.
Yeah, no, it's not. None of that.
Just as the detectives say, things really aren't adding up. Yet she's
Damn, she's still lying.
Must be my lucky day. I was in the neighborhood and look who I see.
She's still sticking to her story,
Still
or at
sticking
least
to her
she
story.
was, before a switch flipped and she said this.
What is it?
I might have given him a blowjob in that part of me.
In that part of the quiet? Okay. How long ago was that?
I don't know. 3 months ago?
The secret's out, and Charlene has confessed. But this matter is more complex than it may seem.
Damn, she
In
wants.
cases of officer-inmate relations, the main question that arises is the issue of consent. Given that Jason and Charlene knew each other prior to being in prison, it's not wrong to assume that consent went both ways in this interaction. However, in these cases, that's actually completely irrelevant. According to a 2005 report, federal law criminalizes all sexual relations and contact between prison staff and inmates, and that all sexual relations between staff and inmates are considered abuse, even if the act would have been considered consensual if it occurred outside of a prison. This is because of the huge amount of inmate abuse that was observed in prisons. In 1996, it was estimated that between 12 and 14% of all prison inmates had been sexually assaulted, and the officers were rarely punished. So to prevent this, a zero-tolerance policy was introduced to try and prevent abuse towards inmates. A policy, it seems, that Charlene completely ignored.
I'm gonna ask, but I feel like I know the answer. I'm losing my job.
So that's not really up to me. Internal Affairs is aware. Investigation is separate from March because it's two totally different things. So
She was bro.
What kind of charges would, like,
so it's illegal to have sexual contact with an inmate as an employee. So I said the ball kind of being recorded, but I'll let you know as soon as I hear something.
That's crazy.
having planned the gym?
That's up to the DA office.
As it turns out, Charlene would lose her job, and the only time she'd ever be allowed back in jail would be for the 100 days that she'd be made to serve after being found guilty of sexual activity with a person in custody.
Damn, that's crazy.
DraftKings, you spoiled
You going to jail?
Payouts. Retired NFL.
You gotta be in it for 100 days. it just sucks, you know. A female cop just seducing. Yeah, it's crazy. But I hope everybody like, comment, share, and subscribe. We be back at it with another motherfucking video.